Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today we have done it again. The Dominican Republic has done it again. Tourist record, all time high for the month of November 2023, and the party continues. Every month this year has been a new monthly record. That means you already know that's a yearly record as well. So they're going to be adding on to it for the month of December. Can they reach the 10 million people mark for airline passengers and cruise line passengers? We will see in January, but right now let's talk about the month of November 2023. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you so much for being here once again. But please share the videos. Why? Because you don't know who else is looking for information. They don't know that there's a hot visitor tourism industry going on in the Dominican Republic, and it just started. That also means they don't know that if they can invest in the Dominican Republic, real estate, businesses, startups, then they have potential to lower their cost of acquisition for customers, and that also means appreciation on real estate values, multifamily values. That means you can get in on the ground floor because there's still a lot of space around. But the secret's getting out every year. 2024, my prediction will hold true just like 2023 prediction has held true. A new all-time record will happen in 2024, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because if you haven't been paying attention to the Dominican Republic weekly, then you would not know that there's additional airlines that have added more flights. That's right. That alone will do it. There's additional cruise passengers coming because cruise ships are now adding more ports of call in the Dominican Republic's 6 or 7 ports. That means more tourists already. And new airlines have emerged to go from island to island, South America, Central America, to the Dominican Republic. That spells a new record for 2024. Now, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you don't get the excitement, well, let's just call my excitement because I am invested already in Dominican Republic. So, of course, I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. You would be too, knowing that there's going to be more citizens and you're going to have one of the best real estate projects in all of the world that you have invested in. That's right. They have a few of them here in Dominican Republic. So once again, let's get into it. Dominican Republic's tourism flourishes with over 9 million visitors in 2023. That's right, 9.1. And to be exact, January through November 30th, 2023, it's 9,105,043 visitors, tourism visitors. Now, let's break it down, shall we? Because they do an excellent job. David Collado does a tremendous job, along with Louis Abinader. Awesome job with tourism. They know that's where the big bucks comes in, the hundreds of millions, the billions of dollars, because you have to build the infrastructure. Now, let's get to it. With a record-breaking over 9 million, as we talked about, this figure of 9,105,043, this figure signifies a 22% growth compared to the previous year, a staggering 103% increase from 2021, now that's COVID, and a 34% increase of the all-time record high, which was 2019. That's why they always reference 2019, because that's when it was all-time record high. Right before the pandemic, 2020 would have been, records would have started then. But That just meant you had another year or two or three to get your investment in where you can get villas, condos, townhomes for under $200,000. Even to this day, you can. That's right. Look down below in the description box. What you will see there is this article that you can go reference. You'll also see some projects down below, and you should get in touch with, well, let's just put it this way, SSN Nation approved realtors and projects down below. Tell them you're from SSN Nation. Tell them Eric sent you. And if you go over there, tell everybody in the SSN Nation live streams or send me an email, because you never know when I'm going to be there. This past week, I ran into 2 people that have been watching SSN Nation, and they are subscribers. Not only that, I ran into about another 5 or 6 people that were like, wait a minute, we know who you are. That is very special, ladies and gentlemen, and I honor that. I believe that. I'm humble about that, because that is actually the first time I've been over there. This is the first time that many people have seen me, let alone one have noticed. So once again, the word is getting out. Don't miss out. No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. Again, let me repeat that. Did you hear me? No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry for real estate investing. To start out with, put down 10%, make monthly payments while they're building pre-construction condo, villa, townhome, or land. And then once they deliver the title, you have choices. Pay cash, go to the bank in Dominican Republic and open it up, a bank account, or go get a loan there, because the United States Bank will not loan on Dominican Republic real estate. There's your choices, all right? Now, let's get back into it, shall we? Because we can't have you guys hanging on this Dominican, because everybody would want to know what the breakdown is, right? So here's the breakdown on the record this month. We had the country welcome 636,460 air passengers. All right, they break it down for you, including 542,000 foreign tourists and 94,231 Dominicans living abroad. These arrivals by air represent a 38% increase from 2019. That's when it's all-time record, 2019. That's why they always talk about it. And more than 2021 and 11% higher than last year. Now, they add the cruise ship industry, okay? So you have to understand, cruise tourism, consistent expansion with 223 passengers arriving in November, contributing this year to a total of 1.9 million cruise visitors in the first 11 months of the year. Clearly, they're going to reach 2 million. Clearly, we're going to reach close to 10 million tourists coming to the island, which would shatter the 7.59 million record. It's already shattered it, but it's about to explode. All right, contributing. The surge in both air and sea travel led to a historical high for the Dominican tourism sector. All right, now I love how they break this down where people come from. So here we are in November. There was 42% from the United States, 19% from Canada. Look at this. After that, it's a big drop off. 5% from Colombia, and Germany and Argentina, 3% each. But what you need to pay attention to, ladies and gentlemen, is what we've been talking about here in the SSN Nation. Punta Cana Airport emerged as the top destination, receiving 58% of tourists. That does not include cruise passengers, just so you know. So when we start talking about 60% of all tourists that come to the Dominican Republic land in Punta Cana, ladies and gentlemen, numbers don't lie. Where would you buy real estate? You can look at these numbers and determine, go by how many people live there, how many properties or potential places a person can rent. Then you can look at, wait a minute, this is only one of a kind when we're talking about certain projects there, and people will want to stay at the hot spots. Las Americas, that's Santo Domingo. 26% of tourists are landing in Santo Domingo now. Cebu, 10% in the mountains. Again, go to Cebu and you go check out how many hotels are actually there. Like less than 10, it seems, less than 5. And then you go, well, wait a minute, how many real estate projects are there? Less than 5, less than 10. So now it just depends how many people are actually going there. 10%. Is it worth investing in that area? Hell yes. So you have to understand what you're dealing with. Puerto Plata, 5%. Romana, Samana, and Isabella, only 1% each. All right? So you need to know that. Now, after we have talked about these numbers, I'm going to go one step further for the records, because this is what you kind of really needed to know. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Punta Cana Airport attracts more than 67% of travelers in the Dominican Republic. So I believe if you break out your calculators and you start doing, what was it, 9.1, but it's not 9.1 because I don't know the number. Do we even know the number through November with just air passengers? So we know 1.9 is by cruise out of the 9.1. So that means about 7, 7.2, 7.2 million. Break out your calculator and times that by 67. 7.2 times 67 is over 4 million passengers are coming through, or visitors or tourist visitors are coming through the Punta Cana Airport. 52 weeks a year. That means right now we have another month to go. But if we go by these numbers, we could be talking about 4.2 million, and you divide that by 52, except you're actually going to divide it by 48, and it should be close to almost the 88 or 87%. That is pretty high. 87,000 people, 85,000 people per month coming to the Punta Cana Airport. That should make you say, what should I do? Well, let's just keep it going. Leave your comments down below, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think about this latest information. And of course, we will still continue to talk about the best projects in the Dominican Republic and around the world. And that helps you with real estate investing, ladies and gentlemen, especially when us OCs, ordinary citizens, can qualify straight out the box. You don't have to worry. Nobody's stopping you. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.